Hello, everyone. Welcome. Nope. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of the G&A podcast. I am the new boss of the Leo group, Dooby-Doo.
And I'm that awesome healer that's in your guild that it's secretly a trap, Soberoni.
Welcome back to the next episode of the G&A podcast, where we talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the web. Weeb. You know what I meant. How are you doing,
Worldwide
Noni?
weeb. I'm doing good.
No.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. A little scatterbrained, but I'm feeling good. I'm in a good enough mood to talk about some of my favorite things, like anime.
Cool.
So, with that being said, let's just hop right into it. Let's start with our new section of the week. This week in anime. I have two little pieces of news, so I'm just gonna go first, and then back to you, and then back to me.
Go for it.
So Horimiya sets new record for most watched debut romantic comedy premiere on my anime list. The previous owner of that title was Rent a Girlfriend with approximately like 55K like viewers, logged in viewers, and Horiyama has 69K.
Ha, nice.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to bring that up because I actually watched it myself a day or two ago. Yeah, it's actually super cute.
It is. It gave
Very
me
wholesome.
Toradora vibes to a degree.
Yes. I was very happy about it. So it makes it is no surprise, excuse me, that that this has scored so high. It was just my way through this article telling people, yeah, go watch it if you haven't. If you're in look for a good rom-com.
Yeah, definitely a good pickup. And it's
Yeah.
nice and sweet and comfy, which I feel like a lot of people need this season because there's a lot of crazy anime this season.
Yeah, I will say though, it's a lot less calm and a lot more rom, which I'm also fine with.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the same as Kaguya-sama.
Yeah, if it's not a, I feel like Kaguya-sama is definitely like comedy first, romance second. This is like hard romance first, and then like some comedy spritzed here and there.
Yeah, definitely. So, yep, go check it out. Oni?
My news is also pretty small. Well, it's a small piece of news, but it's a big something I really care about. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid S, the second season of Kobayashi, will be releasing in July of this year, so it's going to be part of the summer lineup. And I'm super hyped for it because not only is this, Kyoto Anime's return to form ever since that tragedy, but also I just love Dragon Maid. It's one of my favorite shows that they've done, and I'm just so happy it's getting a second season. And I love it. I can't wait for it. I wish it was airing in April, but we have to wait until July.
You know what? I can wait. It's worth the wait.
It's worth the wait. If you haven't seen the first season, make sure you watch that too. It's a really now that's a comedy.
Oh yes, a comedy. That is truly a comedy indeed. Okay, and then probably my last little bit of news. It's about Oni's favorite artist in the world, Lisa. Lisa's Demonic Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba movie theme is #1 song download for 13 straight weeks.
Like I said, it has nothing to do with Lisa. It's just that it's Demon Slayer. Like, there's some weird obsession that the Japanese have with Demon Slayer all of a sudden. So it just is what it is.
Yep, and it's now at a whopping 843K downloads. Last month, I think I probably mentioned it in another episode, where I think she surpassed Kenshi Yonezu's 2018 single Lemon as the longest running #1 single on the chart. So,
Not
yep.
surprised.
This song, it's the first single to sell 1 million physical copies in 2020.
Physical copies? What's that?
Exactly. That's how powerful it is. Things that people don't even care about. And of course, this was the second single that she was able to accomplish this feat with, and the first one, of course, being Gurenge.
Yeah, of course.
This song apparently also, I didn't read this part. This song also apparently won Song of the Year at the 62nd Japan Record Awards.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What, Gurenge or this one or the?
This.
Well, I can't speak shit about this one because I haven't heard it. So,
Me
well, all
neither.
I know, maybe it is amazing. Who knows? But I'm just saying.
I feel like you're
Demon
so
Slayer
biased.
fever.
You're just gonna hate it. Whatever.
I mean, like it's not even a bias. It's just people are just high on Demon Slayer. Like maybe it is a bop. Who knows? I'll see if I can find it and listen to it. Maybe I'll purchase a physical copy.
So. Wow. And one more record for the road. Lisa is the first artist to rank #1 for 3 straight weeks in 12 years and 10 months since the band SMAP, that's SMAP.
SMAP.
Yep, they achieved their feat with their song Dangan Fighter in January 2008.
You know what? Good for Lisa. I'm happy for her. I love her music that's not Gurenge. Her other music is, and if this makes other people listen to her good music, then all the better for it. I hope people discover that Lisa is more than just Gurenge.
And they're like, wow, you're right, Oni. The Gurenge remix is amazing.
Did you hear the Gurenge trap mix?
The Gurenge lo-fi beat is where it's at.
Yeah. That's it. Lisa doesn't even make any more music. She just makes different mixes of Gurenge.
There are people who do that.
Yeah.
Who legit do that. I am happy she's not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really do like the original all by itself. Yeah, but yeah, that was it for the news. That little bit, just because I know Oni loves hearing anything about Lisa and her totally non-biased accomplishments. I have no hope from any anime.
I can't wait to hear about her hitting #1 for a non-Demon Slayer related piece of media.
All right, let's get into this week's reviews. Starting with Attack on. So I'm gonna give it a buck, y'all. I feel like I the first one's Attack on Titan. I'm not sure if I want this. It's like,
you want to move on to something else before Attack on Titan?
No. I'm saying, I'm just like, the course, the obvious, like, am I giving this episode of the week or not?
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not, because I'm taking a hard stand. Even though this was an amazing episode.
You are. It was. There's like. There's like maybe one other anime that I can kind of potentially see getting episode of the week. I'm like, am I splitting this again?
It's literally gonna be these same 2 anime every damn week, isn't it? Potentially.
No. It's not the same for. Well, the ones I'm splitting it with, I'm splitting it. The one I'm splitting it with is not. It's not the same from last week. So.
Oh, interesting. We might have words with each other then.
So yeah. Attack on Titan, the final season, episode 5.
Episode 6.
I'm looking at the wrong Attack on Titan note. There we go. So we get a nice glimpse into Tiber's last final moments.
I honestly, I feel like that scene was just filler. Like, it was pad. Like, I mean, it's not filler because it's important, but I'm like, I wanted the episode to start off with a big fighting thing, and for them to do that for like 8 minutes to do that whole monologue, I'm like, dude, you guys could have put this in the last episode. It was such a buzzkill.
I mean, I'm fine with it only because it's like, yay. Well, one, I agree you can make it shorter, but two, I'm happy it ended at. I'm happy I started first, so you can just get to like the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to start off with good stuff, and then I don't know, they put this in there somewhere, or you could just remove it all together.
Exactly, and put it in the last episode because it's important. It's just that I was like, I had my whole like blood was pumping, and I wanted to see Eren kill everybody, you know. And they were like, "All right, let's do a quick flashback to them talking about politics." I'm like, "No."
I mean, you got to see Eren kill everyone.
Yeah, after like 10 minutes of them talking about fucking politics.
I feel like it wasn't 10 minutes.
Yeah. Either way.
10 minutes. Oh my god, okay.
It was long. It was a cute, it was like at least 6, 7
Yeah,
minutes.
it was like 5. It was like 5 minutes.
Mm.
Yeah, it was 5 minutes. Yeah, okay, that's a little much.
It's fine though, because they made up for it by making the rest of the episode fucking amazing. So
yeah, exactly. And basically they're like, yo, the crew is back.
Before we even get to the crew coming back, that was a good little reveal that the Warhammer Titan was like that random maid that was there. Her just transforming at the end was really cool. Or transformed after Tiber died.
Yep.
Warhammer Titan's pretty broken to begin with.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's called the Warhammer. You know, we're expecting, you know, the Warhammer Titan to be like weak or anything.
Yeah, I'm like, goddamn. They should have sent that fucking Titan to Paradise.
Okay, I mean, they're probably too scared. They're like,
oh no, we might lose it.
Exactly, they're like, shit, we lose her. Like,
listen, I'm pretty sure you take the Colossal Titan and you take the Warhammer Titan, fucking everyone's dead. Everyone in Paradise is dead.
Yeah, basically. But looks like they finna snooze and lose at the same time because these people were coming. Damn, did not realize Mikasa. When you said Mikasa looks like a boy, yeah.
Yeah, shit. I'm not a big fan of the short. Like, I get it.
I like short haircuts, but like hers is just like
well, even beyond that, like I wouldn't be so mad about it if she didn't look extremely good with like long hair. Like long hair Mikasa is super hot. So I don't know. Like seeing her hair get progressively shorter is just like
yeah, she's giving me boy. I mean, I don't hate it. It's just like the only thing is like Mikasa herself. I don't care for it. I just wish like there's already like a lack of femininity from her. Mm-hmm. They're just like with this haircut, they just got rid of it.
But that's what I kind of liked. That she had this lack of femininity and like she was very strong and tough, and it like went really well with her like more feminine appearance. Like you're like, oh, look at this cute girl. Yeah. Oh no, she's kicking my ass. But now she just looks like a dude that's kicking everyone's ass.
Yeah, it was like
as well. I don't know.
Yeah, it was. It's weird.
That scene was.
And also, yeah. Speaking of Mikasa, it was really weird with her being like the voice of reason. I'm like, what happened to her?
I like how she's how Eren didn't care. He's like she's reasoning with him, and he's just like,
I know she's usually not the. It usually would be like the reverse. So he's like, "Hey, Mikasa," and she's like, "Kill everyone who touches Eren." Like that's usually how it works. And now she's like, "No, Eren, what'd you do? Like, you killed him. Like you killed children.
Fuck them kids,
Eren." Yeah, he really was like, kids.
Fuck them kids. I love that. Oh my god, when he transformed in the beginning, and you just see like that row, like the the bleachers and has all the military dudes on it, and he just like fucking runs and like body slams.
He said, "Nope, there we go."
It was like that one dude who was just like, "Yep, I'm dying. I'm not even gonna bother to run."
He's just like, "Man, that's it." And then Titans just like, "Yes, you are getting the brunt of it."
I like my favorite thing about this episode is just how well that they animate the chaos of like everyone just dying. Like, rest in peace, Zofia. Well,
Zofia.
I knew she was gonna die. I'm like, I love Zofia.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, she was cute. Honestly, I'm very much at. That's a tough kid.
Yeah, but no, the dude who got trampled to death was that was tough.
That
was actually horrific.
that was actually rough. That wasn't to do with the glasses, was it?
It was. I think it was.
Damn, they got rid of them. Like,
yeah, everyone who's not Falco and Gabby is
okay.
Well, I don't even know. Maybe Falco's alive. Well, no, Falco should be alive. I'm pretty sure Falco's alive.
I'm pretty sure
they wouldn't just kill him off screen, so he's alive.
Yeah, and then and poor Gabby's just like, no, they're all dying. In typical Gabby fashion, she's like, no, I want to fight, even though. Oh yeah, it's crazy. Like, I knew they were going to eventually like be like, yes, these two sides are going to like conflict and people are gonna die as a result. I didn't expect. Yeah, I didn't. Like I said, I didn't expect Sophia and Udo to die. I didn't expect any of the candidates to die this early on.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
The two guards who were talking about Gabby both just got headshot by
Sasha.
Oh my god, there's like a horrific but yet beautiful like poetic justice.
Yeah, that and the fact that I'm like, when Sasha showed, I'm like, Gabby and Sasha are actually pretty similar, and like design and stuff, they're pretty similar.
They look very much the same. Oh my god, and she just looks up at Sasha, and Sasha's just like, I don't know why in my mind I have expected Sasha as she's looking down her like grab a potato in her mouth.
Grab a potato. Same. I'm like, there's no way they give Sasha a regular like cool moment. They have to fuck it up somehow.
That would have been 10 out of 10.
Shit, what else happened? There was some other really crazy shit that was going on in this episode. Damn, I forgot what it was.
I liked that I forgot the name of the cart.
Oh, that's what I was. Yeah, Peak. She was awesome this episode.
Yeah, she was. She immediately got out and she's like, "Yo, we're doing boom, boom, boom. Get my shit ready."
She was just calling shots. Like, yeah, 415 minutes, 10 minutes. Get the fuck out of there.
Exactly. It's like, get your shit together, bitch.
Yeah, no, Peak is great. Of course, seeing the cadets come through and like flying around, beating the shit out of, shooting everyone, throwing bombs everywhere. That was badass. I will say, because I know people are going to bring it up, I saw a lot of people talking about it on Twitter and in our Discord. The CG is slightly off-putting.
Yeah. Yep. I was going to mention that at some point. I was like, it was almost like, why?
Yeah, it's kind of like a but why moment. Like, I get it, maybe because they have like only so much budget, and I'm imagining there's going to be a lot of fighting in this season. So they're
I feel like there's no. This is by Mappa. They have to have the money for it. It's Attack on Titan by Mappa. Their budget must be unlimited works. Like,
yeah, maybe. Like, I get
maybe
it.
This was like a slightly less important anime, or an anime that maybe isn't as like popular. Like, I don't know, maybe like Higurashi or something.
It costs a lot of money to animate Titans fighting each other. All right.
And I'm sure they had the money.
I didn't mind it for the Titans so much because I'm like, all right, they're Titans. It kind of fits if they look
fine.
Yeah, the Titans fine. I didn't like when they used it for the cadets. It was really fucking weird. To see,
also, I really find it interesting that you're still using the word cadet to describe them.
Whatever.
They're
the scouts.
They're soldiers. No, they're not scouts.
Well, no, but then I don't want to get confused because then you don't know which soldiers I'm talking about, the Marleyan soldiers or the Eldian soldiers. So I just couldn't call them the cadets. Listen, they're always gonna be the cadets to me, okay? They're my
Yeah.
kids.
No, I know, yeah. I just find that very funny that you called them the cadets. I'm like, first of all, they were cadets at first, and then they were scouts. And at this point, they're neither. They just literally are just soldiers. Like, they're just part of the military. Like,
LD and
I mean, maybe they could still be called scouts. I don't know. I
well,
feel like
they did have
they
had
point.
the scout badge on them still, the mark, the wings of freedom.
Well, I guess they could still be scouts, even though I'm like, this is, a little bit above their
when you
scouts normally do.
When you scout so hard, you're just invading other countries.
I'm like, scouts just scout and go back. They don't just do a whole, a whole like
insurgency, like just launching invasions.
I'm just like, God, borderline, like, well, I wouldn't call it, it's not terrorist attack.
I mean, kind of.
Is it? I mean, it's like, if you're at war with another country, is it terrorism or is it just war?
I mean, he did kill a bunch of civilians, so. And it was like a non-military target. He was just like, wow, I'm in the middle of a residential building and killing everyone.
I mean, it looks at America. Does that make us?
Listen, we're not getting into geopolitics.
I'm just saying.
Listen, we'll deal with America's.
I simple question: was it terrorism or not? And
I will say yes in this case.
Okay, well,
we'll make that the implication. What you will. We'll talk about it on our separate political podcast that we have.
Oh, maybe the people at the Capitol could take in some notes. Anyways,
they could have used an Aaron, I guess.
Yeah, they had a Titan. It would have gone differently.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God,
we're definitely on the FBI watch list now. By the way, thanks, Drew.
Oh, great.
CIA is now watching the podcast.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, overall, this is a strong episode.
Yeah, it was really good. I really wish I could give it episode of the week, but I won't because I'm going to be principled and take a principled stand and not split it.
Okay, and that's fine. Oh, of course, at the end where Levi comes in.
Oh yeah,
and literally dislocates the Titan's jaw.
Oh, that was such a great ending too. Like when he's just like, "I'm a Titan, guys," and they were like, "Bitch, we don't give a fuck about you being a Titan."
Yeah, when he realized, I'm like, "Oh, they're like they fight Titans. Oh, yeah. They fight us.
They specialize in this.
Kill us.
Yeah,
they're trained to kill us."
That was awesome. He's like, everyone I've ever fought has been like running away from me. Now
they're not running.
In my face.
That was great.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to ReZero Season 2, Part 2, Episode 2 or 3? 2. Also 2.
This was the best... In a way, this was the best representation of ReZero I've ever seen, like, encapsulated into an episode. Because half of this episode was great, and it was like, oh shit, this is a really interesting fight and setting and characters and shit going down. And then the other half of the episode was, I love you, Amelia. And
no, you don't.
No, you don't. I'm like, kill me. Just kill me. Why are they arguing for an hour about why he loves her or not?
My God.
So frustrating.
I was, the way I was just so over that.
I'm so glad I watched it with you guys and we were joking about it because I honestly would have fallen asleep so fast while I was watching that on my own.
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't need to be that long of a scene. It really did not.
It really didn't. Like, it's like, I get it. She was like, my memories are coming back, and Puck left me, so I can't believe that you don't love me, even though I'm just like, I get that, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, maybe because like the human in me, the one, if I were to see this, I don't know, it just doesn't make for like in my mind a realistic love confession.
No, not at all.
Because it's like anyone with half a brain would be like, oh right, she got her memories back, Puck is gone, clearly freaking the fuck out. Let's try to calm her down. Not, well, finally found her. Hey, Amelia, one more bomb. I love you.
Yeah. I hate Subaru. I really just hate Subaru, to be honest with you. Like, I don't even want him to end up with Rem anymore. I just don't like Subaru. Rem deserves better.
Yeah, I agree. Rem deserves better.
Subaru deserves Amelia. They deserve each other.
They really do. And Amelia, I won't like put all the fault on Subaru, because even though Amelia, even though you're being like mentally scarred, it's like you don't have to accept it. Just like, I don't know.
How did it end? I forgot how it ended. Did they like? Oh, they kissed.
Yeah, they just kissed. So it's like, yeah, at least something came from it, I guess.
Yay!
It was just, I don't know. I mean, I can't really too much blame Amelia. It's just I didn't care to see it.
I have no investment in their romantic relationship whatsoever. Like, I have negative investment in their relationship.
I'm rooting more for Ram and Roswell at this point.
Yeah, can we go? I want to see their relationship.
Exactly.
The whole first half was so good too.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of which, Ram, of course, having her scene where she just always feels a need to like, oh my god, I'm here, and you know what, y'all ain't shit. Y'all can kiss my ass. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's fight.
Yeah, she was.
And I'm just like
actually doing shit, and
I was like, me, that's me. I realized I stand for Ram because I am Ram.
I will say I'm surprised that she was being so effective this time around as opposed to the first time around, where she was just fucking dying. So that's interesting.
Let her have it.
I will. I will say my favorite part of this episode though was Otto. Surprisingly enough, like they actually did a good job developing Otto and making him an interesting character.
Yeah, and going back. Yeah. The whole. Yeah, did not think that speaking to animals was didn't know it could have that kind of a fallback. Although I really don't understand why he had to be like, yeah, let me show my powers, even though I was specifically told not to. I mean, I get it, kid.
I like that he just brought fucking plagues to the land.
Oh, locust.
The locust. By the way, that whole scene where what's his name, Garfield falls into the hole and there's all those locusts there, I was so just like, oh, this is literally that scene from The Mummy where all the fucking bugs eat the dude.
Oh,
I was getting triggered. I hate bugs, so I was getting triggered by this whole.
I love the part, and correct me if this is this episode, or maybe it was another anime. Was it this episode where I think he was talking to the cat, and then there was like this man cat with this really weird goofy haircut.
Yeah,
like it belongs on a human. I'm not gonna lie, those parts were really like funny. And then I don't know, it was just like making animal noises. Like
apparently, according to Nocturne, or no, Savior, I think, who's the part of the light novel mentions that that whole scene with the cat, he was in love with that female cat, and then I guess he got NTR'd by that male cat. That was the reasoning behind that.
What?
Well, I mean, I guess he like talked to animals, so I guess he fell in love with one.
Gross.
I kind of wish still a better love story than Subaru and Amelia.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh, but it was cool how he was like kidnapped by the disciples of Sloth. So he's had his run-in with that.
Yeah. I did like, yeah, it comes like full circle and he's always around.
Agreed. So yeah, that was nice. I very much like that. It was very fun. It was very cool. And then of course the fight scene, and then the chase scenes where he's throwing bombs and Ram coming in. Like, yeah, all that. Awesome.
That was great. Yes.
Love that. If the episode could have ended there, and I've been like,
what a great 12-minute long episode this was.
Fantastic. One of the better episodes of ReZero as a whole. God. I hope Garfield just kills them both, and that's it.
I can only hope.
Alright, let's move on to Slime Data Ken, Season 2, Episode 2.
Mm-hmm. Episode 1.
Did I say episode 2?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I meant to say episode 1. Excuse me.
We're not from the future. I promise.
Not yet. Bum, bum, bum.
I can't do the X-Files noise.
Wait, what are you trying to do?
The X-Files one where it's like,
yeah,
like, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Edit that in post. Put this X-Files sound clip.
But yeah. I feel like it's back to what I expected.
Yeah, this is exactly what I expected from Slime. Which is to say, like, some nice slice of lifey, fun times, and then like ending on like a cliffhangery fight.
Yeah, and the fight was better than I would,
I feel like the animation's better. I think they upped their budget.
Yeah, just a bit.
Also, the girl's cute. I like her. What her name is? I forget.
Yeah,
Tiger.
I'm still rooting for Shion. Shion's bae.
Mm-hmm. Shion is bae. I wish the other girl did more. The other pink-haired Oni.
Yeah, but she's like the princess.
She could use magic. She should be like shooting fucking fireballs or something.
She's probably a healer.
Boo!
Yeah.
We don't take kindly to healers around here.
But yeah, so I put a very interesting premise. Making friends with a demon lord.
Mm-hmm.
But then the demon lord is like, humans, yuck. I feel like that's gonna be the impression.
The theme of the season.
Yeah, in the season's humans, yeah.
There was one part of this episode that did get me to laugh, which was the random scene where these like kids are like in a forest or something, and then this like mushroom shows up and he's like has like a smiley face, and then like they zoom in and he has like this really gross looking fucking monster face. That part was great.
Oh yeah.
More of that. I want more of these mushroom creatures.
Oh my god, it reminded me of the mushroom creatures from Princess Connect.
Oh yeah, more of those.
Definitely. But yeah, it was cute. Usually, sometimes my problem with Slime, the episodes are a little too slice of lifey, and at a point where it almost airs on like boredom. But I wasn't necessarily bored this episode.
Me either. It was just
nothing amazing
happened. But it's like Slime has this weird way of doing things where like I feel like nothing happens, but then stuff just suddenly happens at at the very end. This is such a good show to binge, I feel like. But like doing it episode by episode, it's hard to talk about because the first 90% of the episode was just them fucking around. And then the last 10% was the fight that happened. And hopefully Shion kicks this girl's ass.
Yes. Team Shion all of the way.
Although I will say I want more Milim. More Milim, please. There was no Milim this episode.
Oh right, I forgot about her. She's a demon lord too, right?
She is.
She's
like the main reason we're watching the show.
Speak for yourself?
I will. She's the main reason I'm watching this show.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm like, bitch, I don't speak French. So, solo español. Just kidding. Alright. Well, I think we said all we need to say about Slime. Let's move on to Beastars Season 2, Episode 2, which is my other half of Episode of the Week.
That's crazy. I can see why.
So, yeah. So, this is what... I think this episode highlights the main thing that Beastars is trying to do and execute it very well. And it was literally, once again, just to make these characters very, very human, but, within the scope of still being an animal.
Yes, and I feel like they did the whole carnivore, herbivore metaphor that they're going for a lot better in this episode than they usually do. So,
Yes.
oh my god, that ending! Oh my god, that ending!
Yeah, when I figure out that Louis is the leader. The moment I heard the voice, I was like, "Oh, it's Lou. It's Lou."
Oh my god, when he showed up and then the rap music starts something. Oh my god, I like fell in love with him all over again. And he just shoots the dude. You looking at me like I'm a piece of meat, bitch.
Okay, so he didn't shoot him. That was a flashback.
Flashback, but still, I thought he shot him, which would have been super badass.
That would have been bad. So also dumb because he's a driver.
The car just spins out of control, crashes, blows up, and Louis just walks out. I need a new driver.
And a car.
And the car.
I like this new snake.
I knew it was a snake. Called it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. The snake is pretty dope.
Yeah, Hexai.
Also, it has Orochimaru's voice.
Yes, I peeped that 100%. Is that actually the same voice actor? I just assumed it was. It sounds so similar. Yeah.
I'm like, they sound super similar, and I looked it up. I'm like, yep.
Yeah, they literally sound the same. I love his design, and I love his little hat. Security guard hat.
Yeah. I want that hat.
It's so like I don't know, for some reason it's like the idea of like dressing up like animals. Like it's like that. It's like why does the snake have a hat on?
I kind of want to get a snake just so I can get him that little tiny hat.
I wouldn't be mad at you. I just would never come to your house. Snake. Yeah, and then when he like tries to interrogate him, and then Legoshi is like, "Hey," I forget what he said. Oh yeah, I think he tries to comfort him when for some reason a security guard is out of nowhere like, "Oh yeah, like him away," and he's like, "Are you strangling him? Oh, I'm so insecure about me having no limbs." When. And then Legoshi's like, "Oh, that's."
I feel like Legoshi in general has actually been a really good example of like a character developing, because if you compare how he is in this episode in particular to how he is in like the first or second or third episodes of the first season, he's so different, and he's so much more like less awkward. Oh, yeah. Like he's still a little awkward, but he's still awkward. He can actually talk to people and investigate, and like his growth as a character is actually really good.
So yeah, he's now stepping into the role of like, leader of the pack. But like he's in his own way.
Yes, exactly.
Which I love that for him.
I still love that they have this whole like politics thing going on behind the background too, with the Beastar and the different principals from different schools and stuff.
Yeah, trying to like pressure these kids in really fucked up ways to like prove that they're worthy of being Beastars. And it was like, and that was one of the things, once again, where they show them being very human in the constructs of them being animals, where the principal went to bat for his students. He's like, no, they're still kids. They still need to, experience like being teenagers, falling in love, going to school, not investigating crimes that can potentially get them killed.
Nah.
Yeah. So that was one of the examples where I'm just like, yes, humans within the confines of being animals. So I loved it so much. And then even at the end where Legoshi is asking about Louis, and the herbivores just they just hate him. They just hate them. They're like, oh, it's a herbivore. I'm just like, wow. Yes. I forget how it's so weird that it's like this clearly has like a whole, not even an undertone, an overtone of like discrimination and like societal discrimination and what have you. But it's interesting because it's from like it's from the herbivores. Like herbivores are like, oh, look at those omnivores. They just want to eat us all the time.
Filthy carnivores.
I said omnivore. Sorry, I meant carnivores.
So if you were an omnivore, you'd be like super top of the food chain. Everyone will fear you.
Imagine that's not how that works.
I mean, imagine a human just shows up.
They're like, human, and they just eat them and then keep them moving. They're like, oh, well, none of us are humans, so I guess you can eat them. We're just animals, so it's okay.
Other thing I really like those episodes, they actually went back to the whole Tem thing. Like, I feel like that was one of my issues with season 1 is that they set up that whole mystery, like, who killed Tem?
Yeah.
And they just kind of left it. Like, they kind of flirted with it here and there, and they never went back to it. I like that they're actually picking it up again. Like, hey, maybe we should investigate this.
And that's the main focus now, season 2.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Very good.
Very good episode. Oh, excuse me.
Indeed.
Very good episode. All right, let's move on to Log Horizon, in Taku Hokai, episode 1.
Yes. So I didn't finish season 2 yet, but I got like really close to finishing it, so I basically know what's going on.
Okay, great.
And yes, Tetra's best guy.
Which was Tetra again?
Pink hair trap.
Ah, okay. Well, traps aside, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had to. I think it's gonna take me a while before I 100% like grasp what's going on.
I think never 100% grasp what's going on.
Okay, 8%. It'll be in episode 2, so like an 8% going on. I got solid enough, idea what's happening.
Like I remember what happened with Krusty. I know their whole thing is in turmoil right now.
Yeah, the whole village is in turmoil. That guy Ainz, I think. I forgot who he's in charge of.
Of what guild?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I forgot.
I forgot that. Yeah.
Isn't it like a trade guild or something? I forget.
Something like that. All I know is that they were looking for fairy rings, these teleportation spots, and everyone's like. And I think he wanted to do something like associated with finding the fairy rings. But everyone vetoed him. No, they're like, no, you can't do this. And the only person that would have been up to bat for him, or he thought would have been up to bat for him, was Krusty, and Krusty is gone.
Yeah.
And then ergo, he was like, all right, I'm going to do things the dick way. And then he sided with the neighboring country that doesn't like this whole city, Akiba. Because I think they just don't recognize it. They just don't recognize it.
City.
Yeah. So, as a result, he went to that neighboring nation. They made him a duke and put his plot of land either in Akiba or like right by Akiba.
I think it's in Akiba.
Yeah, I think it's in Akiba, and then that's where it becomes.
Which is kind of like a weird thing to do, because that's what I also thought happened. I'm like, we don't recognize your city, but we'll make this dude the duke of your city.
Exactly. Well, no, I don't think they made him a duke of their city. They made him a duke of a city. Like they just give him a land. They said, "You're the duke of this, and this is your land now.
Take it." Yeah.
Because they're like, well, this land doesn't belong to anyone, so. So that's a very interesting. It's gonna be an interesting. Like that's a very. I like that setup.
Yeah. I'm assuming that this royal, the princess's royal marriage thing is gonna also play into this at some point.
I forgot that was happening. She's probably gonna end up getting married to potentially nobility from that same land.
Yeah.
Knowing this anime.
I forgot how much I like the princess. The princess is actually a really good character. She's fun.
Yeah, she is. She is actually pretty cool. Yeah, so there's just a lot of moving pieces. The coffee date was cute.
Katsuki was cute as always.
Yeah, she was. I love how they're having a little girl talk. They're like, "Oh, well, you like him," and they're like, "Oh, well, you like him." So, all in all, I would say it was
It was a good setup episode.
It was a good, yeah. Mass confusion aside, mass initial confusion aside.
Having gone through the second season, like blazing through it, one thing I have noticed is that there's a lot of episodes that are just like are gonna be like this, or it's just like, okay, it's just pure setup, and then like it'll be like this for a few episodes before stuff actually happens. But the payoff is usually really good, so I'm waiting for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, I don't hate it because they're doing it well, and I can see where shit's going.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just the only problem is that it's just a lot of people.
Yeah, that's the blessing and the curse. That there's so many moving parts in the show.
Yeah,
you didn't even touch on the whole other servers that shit going on there too.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck. Yeah, we didn't touch about the whole like people disappearing, going back to human world. Oh.
There's always like 3 or 4 different plot lines going on at the same time.
There really is. Meanwhile, I'm just like, I hope we get Krusty back.
Bring Krusty back. I still hate that name, by the way. I can't. I hate that name so much.
Yeah.
I can't take him seriously.
Come on, Musty Krusty. Alright. Let's move on to Kumo desu ka? Nanika? Episode 2.
Yes, more spider hijinks.
Yes, more spider hijinks. The episode does, however, start off with Faye the dragon recalling that she was a total bitch to the main character. I forget what her name is. Wakaba. Okay. So yeah, Wakaba looks she looks great. Sorry, not she looks great. I mean, she does look. We could argue she looks great by the end of the episode, but Wakaba gets bullied by Faye. I forget what her Japanese.
I'm not gonna remember. She's Faye. She's Faye the dragon going forward.
Yep, exactly. Doesn't matter. You're not human anymore.
You lost that right. Sorry. That's what you get for being a bitch. I'm glad that she recognizes that, though. I'm like, oh, you're good. At least you chilled out a bit.
Yeah, she was like, she was like, yeah, I'm not gonna super beg or apologize or anything. I'm just not gonna be like that anymore. And I'm just like, it was hard. It was just really hard to have any empathy for her because it's like, damn, you poured water on my note.
Yeah, she's like, look at her acting so cool reading that fucking book. I'll teach that nerd. Like, why are you so mean to this girl? She's just reading a book.
No idea. Now you're a tiny little dragon.
Yeah. I mean, is that really a punishment though? She could transform into like a fucking super dragon probably.
Oh no, she's a pet.
Yeah, well, she can still evolve.
Do we know that? Maybe she can't. Maybe she's literally just a pet. You know how there's like pets in animes and like MMOs or just.
Well,
pets.
there's the after credit scene.
Oh shit!
It's not worth going back to watch. It's just the guy that Faye is on top of all the time opens the book. He's like, "Oh, look at all these evolutions you can have," and then one of them is like a super giant dragon.
Yeah, but that girl doesn't look like she's I don't think she's gonna be fighting anytime soon.
No, she just straight up looks like a Digimon. She's just a Digimon.
Yep, rookie level ass looking Digimon. Stupid Agumon looking ass. Anyways, so yeah, that's cute. Wakaba, on the other hand, she is, of course, out there fighting for her life. Fighting enemies. Yep, leveling up. I love how when she caught the human the first time, she's like, to prevent this, I'm going to make a bigger house. And I'm in my mind, I'm like, okay, how does this do with fire?
I thought when I first saw that and she had like the little like black things that were hanging from the threads, I thought she was gonna say something like, these are special items that nullify fire or something. And she's like, no, they just ring. No, I'm like, oh, that doesn't stop fire. It's gonna burn down.
Yeah, and ironically enough, in that same episode, homeboy came back with a whole crew and said, "Burn, baby, burn."
I did feel bad though. Like she had her whole like thing. Like she was like, "My life is ruined. My house is gone.
I'm not gonna lie, it was cute that she had like the whole house tour thing. That was really
Yeah,
cute.
that was cute. Here's my faucet, or here's my kitchen. The faucet doesn't work.
Here's TV. We don't get any reception.
Yeah, those are like the best parts. Surprisingly enough, though, the combat wasn't too bad either. Like,
yes, I love the fight. The snake fight was really awesome.
Like, I like the way they kept showing her HP and stuff, and her
Yeah.
using different attacks. Like, I like just with Log Horizon, I like that the actual mechanics of the game play into the fights. Like, you see MP gauge and all of that. That's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, and then at the end of the episode, she goes up to level 10 from beating a quote unquote boss, and she's like, how am I going to evolve? And yeah, in my opinion, she picked the right choice.
Definitely.
Yeah, they're like, who wants to be a lesser anything?
I'm hoping they show her. Does she actually evolve? Like, is she gonna actually change her form though?
I would say, I feel like no,
because she looks the same in the opening and the ending and stuff. Like,
yeah. So I feel like she's gonna stay the same in my mind.
She'll get like an extra dot or something.
Okay.
You have 2 extra eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. Really strong episode. Great voice acting as always.
Yes, give Aoyuki all the awards for voice acting.
All of them. All right. Let's move on to our final anime of the night. Higurashi no Naku Koro Nigo, episode 15.
My episode of the week.
Shock.
So yeah, like, all right. So I really, really love this episode. Obviously, because I've been an episode of the week. Come on, it was such a good episode though, for so many reasons. Like, I'm telling you, the moment it like the first half of this episode was I don't care, but the moment it turned from being like happy-go-lucky to just like a montage, like a death montage of Rika, it took me by surprise, which is something I never expect Higurashi to do.
That shift in scene, that shift in scene, yeah, that was woo.
Like, yeah, going from her being like, "Oh yes, Akasaka, great that you're here," and then like literally next frame is just her
on the floor, like bleeding out.
I like that it wasn't censored either. Like, they just straight up showed everything.
It showed everything, everything, all of it. The blood, the trauma, impact,
yeah,
just everything. Which is, I think that's why this wasn't my episode of the week. Like, don't get me wrong, I very much enjoyed it, but ultimately in my mind, I'm like, it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, it just kind of felt like murder porn.
But that's the thing, like,
like it just felt very murder porn until the last one.
But it serves the purpose of like understanding why Rika's innocent. Like it all plays into the mystery. Because, for example, first off, this whole episode threw off all my theories. But second off, like, all of these murders seem to be really hyper specifically directed at Rika, as opposed to in the original where Rika, spoilers for the original, where Rika was murdered usually like in the same way by Takano and the Yama Inu, and there was like a whole purpose to her being killed. This is just kind of like, how can we make Rika the most miserable, uncomfortable, sad, depressed person possible?
That is true. She, these 2 episodes she wasn't being murdered by Rika, but I will say not every time. Rika isn't always murdered by the. In the original, she was murdered more often than not. More often than not, but she wasn't always. So it's not. This is, I would say, the frequency of her being murdered by other people has gone up, but even in this season, I'm almost positive she was killed by the Yami Inu at least once.
I have yet to see that happen.
Her being murdered and thrown in the septic tank. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that sounds like them. That screams them.
But like I said when we got first time, like, for what purpose? Like, I don't know.
What? Because they didn't.
They haven't shown anything.
They haven't put a dead body. Hello.
They haven't. All right. The other thing is all these murders are happening way before watching Higurashi. The whole the last murder that took place this episode was June 13th. This is a day after the loop starts. The loop starts. Rika's like, "Hi, everybody," and then Keiichi just kills her.
I will say that I don't want to say this while even giving more spoilers. But let's say there are forces that, I feel like they're aware of what she has planned.
Mm.
And I believe said forces are, pushing her to a speedier death.
And that's why also, it's my episode of the week, because I think this is going to be the bridge to get to Umineko. Because this feels like some witch shit. Just saying.
Yeah, it's getting there. The fact that you're right, that she died. So that's the one thing that is definitely noticeable. I think they show that on purpose.
Yeah, these are really more gruesome than usual for Higurashi deaths. Aside from some of the deaths in Higurashi, specifically the Shion arc in Higurashi, a lot of the deaths weren't super gruesome.
What are you talking? Well, they were gruesome. They just weren't they just were censored.
I mean, in terms of these are very not this gruesome. They're
Keiichi did to Rika what she did to,
Yeah, but he killed everybody in the restaurant. He killed literally everyone in the restaurant, and Reina and Rika.
So that I will say that was the
Mion's mom killed her, chopped her daughter's head off, and then killed Rika.
Okay, so I will say that those forces. Yes, that's in some of the ways that they're accelerating.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It feels like they're doing it because they would do it in the most you remember Umineko. Anything that was they do a show out of it. The murders are spectacles. Yeah. So this has a very spectacle-esque if I was trying to entertain somebody type of feel. People who watch Umineko or at least read Umineko know what we're talking about.
Yeah. if you know, you know.
You know. So yeah, I'm hoping that that's what we get to. Poor Rika. There's 9 episodes left, and she's on her last loop. So shit better happen fast.
Yeah, I'm. She is in. She is in my thoughts and prayers.
Same. All right. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay, so that was Higurashi, and that is the end of our weekly review. Now we're going to move on into our final segment, the filler arc. This was actually something that Oni came up with. So with that being said, I think I'll let Oni kind of take it away.
Yeah. So Crunchyroll released the nominees for its anime awards for this year. Obviously based off of the anime from last year. And I thought it'd be fun to go through the categories and the nominees just to take a look at them and, maybe come to pick each what our favorites are of the categories or the nominees. Do a little bit of voting. So without further ado, these are Crunchyroll's nominees for... You want to start off with Anime of the Year, or you want to work up to Anime of the Year?
Okay, it's I think, how about we save that one for last and just start from best protagonist?
Alright. So, according to the nominees for best protagonist are Natsume from Decadence. I still haven't watched that. Nope. Katarina Klaus from My Life as a Villainess. I thought you hated Katarina. Yuji from Jujutsu Kaisen. Anos Voldigold from Misfit of Demon Academy.
Okay.
Midori Asakusa from Eizouken.
Question mark.
You're gonna get a lot of these. Shoyo Hinata from Haikyuu.
Well, everyone loves Haikyuu, so
I feel like Haikyuu's gonna win. But
absolutely.
I mean, I feel
Katarina, I don't understand.
I don't understand Katarina, and I don't understand Midori. Or Anos. Like I like Misfit Demon Academy, but I don't think he's a particularly strong protagonist.
Neither is Yuji.
Yeah,
To be honest, he doesn't do anything great. Like, I don't hate him or anything. It's just he's not like, oh my god, great MC. Ah.
Yeah, it's just weird. If I had to pick between one of these, I'm picking Anos, but
me too.
Alright. So Anos. Best antagonist. The nominees are N from Dorohedoro, Ryomen from Jujutsu Kaisen, Rachel from Tower of God, Akito from Fruits Basket, Echidna from ReZero, and Overhaul from Hero Academia.
Akito next.
Yeah, easy.
I can't
Yeah, Rachel is there. Like, I understand Rachel's inclusion. She's just infuriating. Akito is an actually well designed character.
Like who I want. Like I want murder.
Yeah, I need him murdered.
Yeah, Echidna. I don't really get that much.
I don't even feel like she's an antagonist. She's
exactly like she maybe.
She's more like like she's apathetic.
Yeah, like she does some things that aren't good for sure, but she's not like the antagonist.
Yeah.
Overall, like
he's fine. Which if they have Hero Academia is included in this poll, why the fuck was Midoriya not part of the best protagonist category?
Oh, because they probably could only do it like once a year, like you can't, because that would be cheating, probably.
Oh yeah, I don't want to take a spot from Katarina Klaus.
If Akito or Rachel were not on this list, I'd probably go with Sukuna, only because Sukuna's so badass.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like that last not last episode, but the episode before where he's just like, bitch, I thought I told you to have a seat. Like I was like, ooh, I like that. I like that.
Alright, so Akito's there. Best boy category. The nominees are Kaiman from Dorohedoro, Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen, Kun from Tower of God, Legoshi from Beastars, Anos from Misfit Demon Academy, and Hinata from Haikyuu. This is actually pretty good.
This is hard. This is hard. I'm torn between Kun and Legoshi.
Same. I kind of want to give it to Legoshi though, because I feel like he had a lot of good development, and I just want to pet him. And
he did. Okay, I'll give it to him too. I'm just like, he really, yeah. But Kun is so fast though.
He is. All right, nominees for best girl. Where I'm gonna have some words for Crunchyroll here.
Okay.
Kanamori from Aizokin, Shizuru from Rent a Girlfriend. Fine, she deserves to be there. Noi from Dorohedoro, Katarina Klaus from Villainess, Abigail Jones from Great Pretender, and Kaguya from Kaguya-sama. I'm sorry, where's Chika? Kaguya's not even the best girl on her own show.
She isn't. That is actually kind of weird. I thought you were gonna say something slick about Kanamori from. Oh yeah,
no, she doesn't. I don't know why the fuck she's on here. There's a bunch of things that Aizoken is here.
No. I think from her show, she's definitely the best. Like,
she's from her own show, yes, but her show, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't consider her like a top 6 best girl of 2020. Where's Toga?
Toga? You mean girl with knife?
Yes.
Stop, girl. How many times I have to tell you?
I'm sorry. Overhaul is in here. Toga should be here.
Overhaul, because he's a new character. She is not.
No, Overhaul was in season 2 and 3. I'm pretty sure. Or was he in season 3? Yeah, he was in season 3.
Overhaul? No,
I'm pretty sure he was.
No, he was in the. He may have been in part 1.
Or maybe he was
like I think it's made split it. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, he was in one season.
Between these choices, I have to go with Mizuhara. Maybe maybe Kaguya.
Yeah, I'll probably with Mizuhara. Have you ever watched A Great Pretender?
I haven't, but I heard good things.
It is pretty good. I just don't see Abigail. No, I know you're looking at her and you're like, oh wow, she's hot, but no,
She does look hot, but
no. I will tell you right
I
now.
haven't seen The Great Pretender, but I feel like a show that's not a show I would go into being like, I'm interested in who the best girl is.
I will say Great Pretender is really like Great Pretender is one of those like you start watching, you kind of don't want to stop, especially when it gets good. It's very bad. It's like you're in danger of binging it.
Yeah, I might watch me. All right, next category is best OP.
I don't think I really have much of a stake in this because I hardly watch open.
All right, this is the only category where Eizouken belongs. Easy Breezy by Eizouken from Eizouken. Katai Katan from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Fuck.
Wild Side from Beastars.
Fuck.
Great Pretender or GP from Great Pretender. Daddy Do from Kaguya-sama and Phoenix from IQ. For me, it's between Wild Side and Daddy Do. And both of them are jazzy, so. Fuck.
When you say opening sequence, does that also mean like music and video?
Music and video. I feel like Wild Side's more creative with its video.
If it's music and video, then I'd probably give it to
Beastars.
I'd probably give it to Beastars.
I feel like that's fair. It is very unique.
Yeah.
Best ending sequence. Nominees are Lost in Paradise from Jujutsu Kaisen, Great Pretender. That's not even fair! That's a Freddie Mercury song. Great Pretender from Great Pretender. Night Running from BNA, DDD from Dorohedoro, Welcome My Friends from Millionaire Detective, and Last Dance from Inspector. I'm gonna go with the Great Pretender because that's actually a good song. That's outside of anime.
I'm going with Lost in Paradise because where the homeboy like the song is like really catchy and cool, and he's like breakdancing and like that's cool. I like that. Huh?
Freddie Mercury though.
Yeah, that's just the song. I like you said, it's song and
video.
Animation. Yeah. So.
All right, then we have best VA performance Japanese. Category or nominees are Riho Sugimiya from Wave.
Wow, talk about Dark Horse.
Yeah, glad she got representation here. Megami Ogata from Hanako, Subaru from ReZero.
Don't understand.
Yukichi from who plays Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. Mutsumi Tamura, who plays Kanamori in Eizouken, and Yusuke Onuki, who plays Daisuke in Millionaire Detective.
Okay, so that's when I'm biased because he just sounds sexy as fuck.
I feel like isn't it the same guy who does? Maybe I'm just crazy. Does Kyon from Haruhi? I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with Minare because like her voice acting was incredible.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that was. I'm like, oh, yeah, I like all these other ones, but yeah,
easy. Minare was great.
Very easy. So good. She deserves that. Not gonna get it because they're gonna be like, oh my god, do the Kaiten. Or they gonna pick literally any other anime that are more popular, but
there's also best VA performance EN, so English. I don't have any. I haven't seen any of these shows in English, so I can't really vote on this. But Zeno Robinson, who did Hawks from My Hero Academia, Crispin Freeman, who did Zisutra, King Hassan from Babylonia, Aaron Phillips, who did Laurent Trieri from Great Pretender.
Oh, I saw that in English. He did a good
job. Johnny Young Bosch, who did Bam in Tower of God. Jonah Scott, who did Legoshi in Beastars, and Anerius Quinones, who did Inkina in ReZero. I like that there's some new names I don't recognize here. That's pretty cool.
Who? Anais?
Anais.
Yeah, she's pretty new to the game. She's been blowing up and doing the thing.
Good for you.
So that's cool. Yeah, but I think I want to abstain from voting only because like.
Yeah, I haven't heard all these performances. So I feel like it's not fair.
Yeah,
All right, so let's move on to Best Director. Nominees are Masaki Yusa for Eizouken, Yuzuru for Decadence, Senju Park for Jujutsu Kaisen, Hiro Karibugi for Great Pretender, Mamoru Takemiya from Kaguya-sama, and Takashi Sano from Tower of God.
That one's confusing because the anime. But yeah, but the last three, great. Oh man, I know Love of War is right there.
I'm gonna give it to Kaguya because that was literally my anime of 2020.
It just like yes, as a show, I would say it's better, but like
from a directing standpoint, you think Great
Pretender?
Directing
standpoint, I think I have to give it to Great Pretend. Like I don't know, I feel like you just have to watch it and you understand why.
I'll definitely check it out because a lot of people recommended it to me. All right, next up we have Best Animation.
Oh my god, Great Pretender is on fire.
Literally all of these categories have Great Pretender and Eizouken. I don't know. Best Animation: Eizouken, God of High School.
I mean, that's to get something.
Great Pretender, Jujutsu Kaisen, Princess Connect, and Beastars.
I got High School did have some pretty scenes, but I feel like it's this Mappa versus Mappa, and then Eizouken had some.
It had interesting animation, like it did.
Yeah,
I'm trying to divorce the anime from the animation, because otherwise I would not even look at Eizouken and God of High School.
Yeah, God of High School is very easy because all the whole anime was just like animated fight.
I'm gonna give it to God of High School. That's literally the only thing it did.
Okay. But Jujutsu Kaisen, I feel like is a close second. Like,
Jujutsu Kaisen would be probably second, and then Eizouken after that one. Best character design. Oh, this could be fun. Nominees are Naoyuki Asano from Eizouken, Yoshiyuki Sadamote and Hirotaka from Great Pretender, Mayuka Ito from what is this? Hanako-kun, Janice Chen and Yusuke from B&A, Masashi Kudo and Miho Tainino, who did the Tower of God animations, and Rumiko Takahashi and Yukishito from the new Inuyasha.
Wow, you did all that talking just like about for VNA, and like that's so for me that's free.
That's pretty easy. Yeah,
that's free. VNA was so fucking pretty. Everyone looked great.
Yeah, you kind of right. Best fight scene. This is great. I saw nominees for this. Best fight scene nominees: Sachiro Gojo versus Ryomen Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Wait, should I not? Oh wait, was that from like the first episode?
I think so.
Yeah, because it's like Sukuna. So
yeah,
I assume so.
Jin Mori versus Jigo Take from God of High School. Broccoli versus Dark God Vecta from Sword Art Online. Deku versus Overhaul Hero Academia. Jin Mori versus Handai from God of High School, and Brawler versus Master in Akudama Drive. First off, why do you have two God of High School nominees here? That's not fair.
And the Jin Mori one versus I mean, who is J God? I forgot who J God pick is. Mori versus J God Tech.
Oh, he's a shark dude.
Oh,
that one. I'm going for Overhaul and Deku. Like I said, for me, fight scenes are all about like context and weight and like emotion behind it. I didn't give any shits about anything that happened in High School there if I was not entertained by any of their fight scenes. Whereas Deku versus Overhaul had a lot of emotion and stakes riding on it.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you have it. Yeah, and like Yeah, no, I'll give Deku versus Overhaul.
All right, best
only because like I saw the fight and it's like, oh yeah, this is where he comes fucking
Super God, Super Saiyan.
Son Goku from Sayuki
Mm-hmm.
and does some crazy shit out of nowhere. So yeah, no, you can have it.
Next up, we have Best Drama. Nominees are Fruits Basket Season 2, Great Pretender, Japan Sinks 2020, Sing Yesterday for Me, Beastars, and Somali and the Forest Spirit.
Fruits Baskets. It's not. Yeah, it's not. I love you, Beastars. Really great, but Fruits Baskets, like it fucked me up.
If we're just talking just drama, then Fruits Basket.
Yes, it is called Best Drama. So yes.
Best Comedy, Eizoken, which does not deserve to be on this list. Kaguya-sama, My Life as a Villainess, Sleepy Princess, Kakushigoto, and Misfit of Demon Academy. Kaguya.
Yeah, I'm like, I never saw Sleepy Princess, but like all the other ones, with the exception of Kakushigoto.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Sleepy Princess, I've seen them all.
I've seen them all. It's Kaguya.
Okay. How's Kakushigoto?
It's fine. It's just really slow pace. The animation's actually pretty. I'm surprised it's not in the best animation list.
Oh,
it's pretty to look at.
Okay.
Best score. Kevin Penkin from Tower of God, Yukita Yamada from Great Pretender, Satoru Kosaki Beastars, Oru Taichi from Eizoken. Eizoken is literally in every fucking category. Elisa Okehazama from Gata High School, and Kensuke Ushio from Japan Sinks.
So, I'm gonna abstain for this one because I can't really think of the music too much. I will say Great Pretender and Eizoken did have good stuff.
I'm torn between Great Pretenders and Beastars. Beastars had some snazzy tunes and like really good like music in the background for the fights and stuff.
I'm going to abstain.
I'm gonna go with Beastars because I haven't seen Great Pretender. But I imagine if I had to watch it, I'd probably pick Great Pretender. Best couple nominees are Nasa and Tsukasa from Tonikawa, Kaguya and Miyuki from Kaguya-sama, Legoshi and Haru from Beastars, Kodako and Kuro from Inspector, Katarina and Maria from Villainess, or Chizuru and Kazuya from Rent a Girlfriend.
So by strictest sense of a couple, because it's like, man,
only one of these is actually a couple.
Yes, only one of these are actual couples. I mean, I know couples means they don't have to necessarily be together.
Yeah.
But even outside of it, like just breaking them all down, it's still like Legoshi and Haru, he tried to eat her. Kaguya and
Miyuki. It's cute. They're cute.
They're cute. They are cute.
They haven't broken past that though. I don't think.
The couple from Inspector, it's just very like he clearly does not want to be with her. Katerina Maria, it's like she's just one of the harem, as opposed to being.
Yeah, you can literally replace Maria with anyone else in the show, and
yeah, it would be the same shit. And then Kazuya and Chizuru, it's like
that's toxic.
Like yeah, the relationship is really toxic.
So Nasa and Tsukasa by process of elimination.
Basically.
All right.
I'd be shocked if they don't win. Like they're actually.
You know, Kaguya is gonna win.
They are, and it's gonna. I'll be fine, but like this is actually objectively the best couple.
Yeah. Best fantasy: Re:Zero Season 2, Dragon Quest, Decadence, Ascendance of a Bookworm, Dorohedoro, and Tower of God.
I haven't seen most of these things, so I guess I'm giving it to Re:Zero.
Yeah.
Definitely not Tower of God.
I'm giving it to Tower of God. I think Tower of God is better than the first season or the second season of Re:Zero, to be honest.
What?
Listen, I maybe it's just me being tired of being the same fucking village and arc for the past 20 episodes or whatever. But I don't know.
Crazy.
I think first off, I think
Crazy.
you're spoiled by the reading the web novel.
I am absolutely 100%. I'm just like, what?
More shit. I had more crazy shit happening and fun things happening in Tower of God than happened in ReZero. The past like 12 episodes of ReZero have just been a blur to me. They're all the same in my eyes, except for a few moments here and there.
But Rosewall's sexy.
All right, and now for the final one, which is anime of the year.
Right. Thank you so much for reminding me because I would have forgotten.
Nominees are, of course, Eizouken, Jujutsu Kaisen, Great Pretender, Dorohedoro, Apare Ranman, and Beastars.
Who the fuck is Apare Ranman? Who's
literally
so good that you're not
nominated for anything else. No Kaguya. What else is not there? Villainess. Why does Villainess not? Villainess is literally in like every other category. Why is Villainess not here? Even though I wouldn't consider it anime of the year either.
Absolutely not. But
by your own metric, it should be. Yeah, like what? All right, whatever. I guess I would vote for Kaguya, but apparently that's not a choice.
Excuse me.
So I'm guessing Beastars by default.
I think I might go. I'm stuck between Beastars and Great Pretender. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Beastars. In my mind, I was like, yo, if like I had to ask myself, I guess it's a good thing. I was like, if one of these were gone tomorrow, which one you would be the most okay with not existing anymore? And in my mind, it's the Great Pretender. Even though it's very good. But Beastars is like, it's like in a whole nother category. Like I said, it's a Centaur's life where it's like, yeah. Which I feel like people should.
I will say this: I know why Kaguya is not on this list, and it upsets me, and that's because they do the whole Oscars approach. It's the Oscars, right? The one for the movies. I forget. I don't keep track.
Yeah.
They do the whole Oscars. Like all of these shows are Oscar baity shows. Like that doesn't mean that they're bad. It's just that they're like they're made to be
nominated,
like analyzed and like held up for their technological breakthroughs or their
but is that
like philosophical breakthroughs.
That is not what that's about.
Oh, well, except for Jujutsu Kaisen. The only reason Jujutsu Kaisen's on there is because people like would flip the fuck out if it wasn't on there.
Yeah,
but the reason Kaguya is not is because it's just like a harem comedy, not harem, a romantic comedy. Which I mean, fine, it's just a romantic comedy. It's not necessarily like super deep or anything, you know, but it's still the best show. So I feel like that's kind of.
I would say Great Pretender deserves to be there. Like I said, it's like I just had a very great time watching it, and I don't think it was very. They didn't try to do anything like, oh my god, let's examine the consciousness of the humans. Like it's literally just an anime about conmen.
Yeah,
that's it. And just the way they do things is very action-packed and smart and good.
I don't know why Eizouken's here. That just fucks with me.
I don't know.
Did Eizouken have like this hidden crowd of people who just like loved it? Or I mean, it did, but that many?
Yeah, I kind of don't get it either. As someone who definitely went to bat for it, I still don't understand.
Oh well. Either way, that is the Crunchyroll Anime Award. Let us know who you guys would vote for in the comments down below, I guess.
And I believe that wraps up our filler arc and wraps up this episode of the podcast. So, Oni, if you'd be so kind to take us away.
Guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the G&A Podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you catch all the episodes as they go up every week. If you haven't already, do follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and join the party over on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. If you would like, you can even become a channel member or a patron, like all these lovely people on screen who make the show possible. Get yourself a bunch of awesome benefits, like joining us for the live watches we do every Sunday. Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
I don't know guys, let us know in the comments which of the Anime Awards selections are you most outraged over?
Yes, please do. Until next time, this has been Soberoni and
We'll
catch you guys later. Later.
Bye.